Hey y'all, it's been a really long time since I did any video releases or filming, so I thought I would just kind of catch up a little bit. Still working as a travel nurse, still doing a lot of traveling. My contract previously, before the one I'm on now, there really wasn't a lot to do in the area. I didn't do a lot of filming, had some repairs to do on the RV, ended up having to replace the entire air conditioning unit. So that was an ordeal for sure. I just didn't do a whole lot of filming. You know, I'm not one of the folks that always like walks around with the camera out doing selfies or whatever. So, you know, admittedly, filming is like one of those things where I consciously have to do it. And I just a lot of times don't think about it. I also run a creative writing site, and I have since before nursing school. So that kind of takes a lot more of a priority than working on videos pretty regularly, if I'm being honest. It really was started as like just a vlog for my family to follow along. It has exploded far more than I ever thought it would as a channel. It's certainly not monetized, nothing like that. You know, it's not something I do consistently, and admittedly that's a huge thing. Like, that kind of cuts into your relevance on the algorithm, which I totally understand. So the fact that I've continued to get subscribers and some views, despite as minimal as like my activity on the channel often is, how it waxes and wanes, I really appreciate that. So kind of to catch up on just stuff that's going on, working contracts, of course. Like I said, the last one, I was in an area that really didn't have a lot to offer. I was in Texas. I did have some visits to outlying areas and locations to visit friends, so I will post on that shortly. But otherwise, I've been taking time as usual at home in Colorado, but it's moving quicker and quicker. I'm really there not more than a few weeks, because when I, start looking for another contract, I'm getting a turnaround within 24, 48 hours from places I'm interested in. So that really doesn't leave a lot of time to just relax and have some downtime at home the way I used to. And let's face it, the economy is totally different. Money doesn't go as far as it used to, so I really don't like sitting around at home longer than necessary, because if I'm not working, I'm not making money. I'm not getting a paycheck. So the downtime that I take in Colorado are all weeks that I don't have a paycheck coming in. When a contract starts, there's always like a week or two delay before the paycheck starts. So I'm just not spending the time home that I used to. I mean, like most of us, you just kind of can't afford it anymore. You really got to watch the budget and make money stretch. This last summer was really interesting. Where I live in Colorado, we weren't directly affected per se by the Aspen Acres fire that was making national news, but at its most northern boundaries for the mandatory evacuation zone, that ended up being like 3 miles from my parents' house, which was really scary. So there was a lot of worry there. Everything was really foggy. The air quality was terrible, really smoky. We had ash falling down all over everything. It was really haunting. Where my sister's ranch is in Penrose, and we had to evacuate the horses already twice this year due to fires. So, and we knew in Colorado that we were gonna be looking at this as a very, very dry year. We've really not had a lot of snowfall, especially this last winter. So that's kind of been a thing. The biggest thing recently now is I'm on contract. I'm in Wisconsin. And while I was on my way here, I stopped over at Winterset, Iowa to see the bridges of Madison County, to go to a winery there that's in the Harvest Host program. And that night, it absolutely stormed. Came out of nowhere. It was sunny and beautiful and pretty hot all afternoon, and then in blew this crazy storm, and I was about to go to sleep and realize that the whole seams over the bed in the nose capsule were just dumping water inside. So in the middle of this storm, with all the thunder and the lightning, I got dressed, dug the ladder out because I don't have one on the back of my RV, got on top of the roof, and sure enough, the whole seam has completely torn, and the roof membrane is delaminated and separated. and it was like, oh my gosh. So I got out a tarp and just kind of laid it over there just to try and get through the night. Obviously, I couldn't sleep on the bed. I turned my dinette into the little bed it's supposed to be, and I hardly slept because I was freaking out the whole night. And I just kept waking up paranoid. I had every container and Tupperware bin that I owned was in the cabinets, was all across the bed. I had towels everywhere. It was a disaster. So needless to say, I did not get to actually stay on as long as I would have liked to do some touring of the bridges of Madison County. I kind of hodgepodged, used whatever return a bond I had to tape it down to get to Wisconsin for the start of my contract, which was in a matter of days. And I didn't want to lose my spot because this park is crazy busy and the owner really had to move some things around to accommodate me. I didn't want to risk losing that. So I just wanted to get here. Naturally, I pursued a claim because roof repair is extensive, and the insurance people came out, the adjuster came out and did an assessment, and an RV repair shop that I had stopped in on the way to my site, or my campground rather, came out and did an assessment, and they found holes and little tears and all that kind of stuff. But after an extra week of deliberation, the insurance company, of course they did, they came back with a denial. So I'm now about to eat the cost of a brand new RV roof. I've had a lot of friends who are RVers reach out and say, you know what, we did this for a fraction of the cost ourselves, or me and my husband did this and it was a pain in the butt, but we did it. It's a lot cheaper if you do it yourself. I wish I had the ability to do that. I just don't. I am not at home. I do not have access to the tools that would be required. I don't have access to the extra hands that I think you would need. I did watch videos just to see if there was any way I might be able, and it's just not possible. So unfortunately, I'm having to hire professionals to redo it. They have come out twice and patched and sealed my current holes in the RV because it is raining off and on, and they've held really well. But at the end of the month, they're going to come out and replace my entire new roof. So that's been an ordeal that I genuinely didn't need. I really don't know what happened. There was no like obvious signs of defect. They denied the claim because they said that all the, even with the little holes and tears that they found, that was not conclusive enough to determine that that had caused air to get under it and caused it to tear. And it's a little disheartening because I take such good care of this because I travel in it so much. This is how I make my living. I'm on the roof at least once a month. I just had a new air conditioning put in this in March, and the repair shop, the guy got up on the roof. He did a roof inspection while he was up. He said everything looked great. So I don't know what actually happened, but this is kind of the situation I'm in now. That's sort of the status of where we are. I'm still, like I said, doing the travel nurse thing. I'm going to try and go back to making videos a little bit more, filming, and then the video editing. I'm not a professional video editor. It takes me days to edit videos, depending on what they are and how complex and what I'm putting into them. And even then, like, my production quality is pretty minimal at best, let's be honest. You know, I don't do this professionally. I don't do it consistently. So that is totally on me. This is just like a side hobby. So I'll have a couple more things coming up, I hope, but this is kind of like where we are right now. Virgil is still with me, of course. We're just enjoying it. The campground here is really, really nice. It's almost like a theme park. There's so much stuff to do here. There's fishing ponds, swimming ponds, a pool, a jacuzzi, a riding stables. They do tractor rides. The owners go all out. Like every weekend they do some big event or something for families, and you can't touch this place on the weekends. It just gets so busy. Every site completely fills up. It's meticulously kept. It's beautiful. It's huge giant playground with these like inflatable bouncy things. So there's plenty of stuff to do here. I can absolutely see what the appeal is and why it's so popular. I do have more video content kind of coming up on stuff that I want to discuss, and that's kind of be for the travel professionals, the nurses in particular. My big fancy giant laptop that does all the processing and the video editing has been out of commission off and on. I had like broken keys I kept replacing, then I had a whole keyboard replacement, then I got it back and I started having more problems with it. Took it in and was told it needed a whole motherboard, had it assessed by somebody else because I was leaving state to go to a contract, and they said no, it doesn't need a motherboard, it just needed this. So I kind of just got it back and just got it up and running. So that's contributing to a lot of why I'm back being a little bit more active now, as I do have the ability to kind of edit and put together videos, whereas I haven't for like the last month or so, probably a little bit longer. That's sort of how we're doing here in the Travel Nurse Diaries. So keep an eye out, more videos coming, hopefully. I did just release a video from visiting after many, many years, because we used to take field trips there as a kid, the Chalmette Battlefield in New Orleans. Battle of New Orleans, a lot of people haven't heard of it, but it was a key victory against the British, who would have potentially reclaimed the port city of New Orleans, and that would have been a whole game changer in the War of 1812. So if you're a history buff, or at least a military history buff, check out that video. I'll have the link included. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one.